So you have three options. You can watch this video, or you can listen to me talk and do your own thing, or you can come back tomorrow if this video is not for you. So I'm specifically going to be talking about V3 this entire video, just so you guys are aware of what direction V3 is headed towards, and I don't really talk about V3 that much in my vlogs. Now if you guys are new to the channel, I direct a team called V3 Dance, and I've been directing it for 5 years, and it's been an amazing journey since. We started off with like 8 members, then we grew to like 11, 13, 15, 20, 25, 28, and it kept growing and growing. And the team was actually at its largest last season, but the more people there are, the more problems there are. And I'm not saying that last season was a problem, but I can see like the problems that could happen if we kept going this direction. So if you guys watch my vlogs on the whole audition process, the reason why I was so stressed was because we were capping the team at 13, including myself, and 4 of us were already in because we were part of board, and so we could only accept 9 more people. That meant we had to cut people, and it just, I didn't like the whole process, but I knew that this was the right thing to do. It was a change, and a hard change, but a necessary change. Like, my desire is not for the team to only get better, but I really want every V3 member to be men and women of God who knows how to serve God and worship God and become disciples of Christ wherever they are, whether they're at school or their workplace or with their family. It's just that life is a lifestyle of worship. Like, that was my desire from the moment V3 first started, but it was so hard to apply that because I was a student, I was working, and like, we didn't have a lot of time. Our practice times were a lot shorter back then. We were constantly dancing, we were so busy, and the busyness of like just dance non-stop was very stressful, and it's crazy that 5 years has just passed by. So yeah, like last season with all the overwhelming practices and just the long hours, I said, you know what? We need to make sure that V3 is not just a dance team full of Christians where we just open up with prayer and close with prayer and say that we're Christians and share. I wanted us to be a dance team where all of our minds and our spirits and just who we are as a person just reflects Christ in every aspect of our lives. So the reason why this season is so different is because it's a 1-year commitment. Before, it used to be very seasonal. You can stay for the fall or just the spring. Through the audition process, we had to make sure that you can commit for 1 year. So there are 3 aspects we're focusing on V3 this season, and that's spiritual, mental, and physical. So the first thing is spiritual, and we're focusing on our spiritual life on a daily basis. I mentioned 5 pillars in my previous vlogs, but basically it's to listen daily, read daily, pray, meditate, journal daily, be grateful, and to cut off all forms of TV shows and games. For the next 100 days, V3 is required to read daily. That means they have to read the Bible for 15 minutes daily, or also read the Bible and a book of their choice. Second is to listen daily. We provided 8 audiobooks to all the V3 members just to listen as they drive or as they work or in the morning as they get ready, 15 minutes a day. The third one is to pray, meditate, and journal daily. We gave everyone a journal, and within that journal, they're required to write just notes on what they listened to or what they read, or write down any prayer requests, or journal down what they desire for their lives, and just anything that they have in their hearts on that day on that journal. The fourth one is to be grateful, just living a daily life, being thankful for anything that's bad or good, just being always grateful. It's a mindset shift, you know, just always saying thank you to everything. The fifth one is to cut off all games and TV shows. For some people, TV shows are hard to cut off. For some people, games are hard to cut off. For some people, they don't really have a problem, but it's just to time management. These things take up your time, and it places a wall on the potential that you may have, right? So if you're addicted to watching TV shows, all the hours you're spending playing games are being time wasted of what you could possibly do or what you could become, right? So we want all V3 members to cut these things out of their lives so that they can listen to God's voice and His plan for their lives. Now the physical aspect, we'll be working out in V3 and just conditioning our bodies more and more every practice, but we're also cutting off all forms of like junk food, any type of dessert, chocolate, boba, just anything you buy and consider as snacks or dessert. And it's just to keep our body conditioned and healthy, and just to adapt to a lifestyle of healthy living. Also, people don't realize how much money they spend on snacks and on boba and drinks and chocolate and candy. So cutting these things out allows them to save their resources and be wise with their spendings. And the last one is mental, and we want all V3 members to be confident in who they are and to know more about themselves as a human being on this earth, what they're meant to do, their purpose, just their mind, and just allowing them to think further in long-term goals versus just short-term goals. And as they learn more about themselves, they learn more about God, and the more they learn about God, they learn more about themselves. And like Socrates said, an unexamined life is not not worth living. So we're really focusing on discipleship. We really want to be a family and knowing each other. And we're also taking turns every week sharing our testimonies so we can know every individual lives. Just so that we're not just dance partners, but we're actually a community of believers who can help each other out, love one another, but at the same time get to compete and dance and practice and take workshops and just do all of those things. Because the last thing I want for V3 is just to be a dance team and just label ourselves as Christians. I really want all of our members to live out a life that is pleasing to the Lord and that reflects Christ wherever they are. I don't know, just my heart is just to help out whoever I can, whenever I can. Like, I'm not the person to help anybody if help is not asked. If you ask me for help, you're giving me permission to actually help you and give you advice. And that person also will have open ear and an open heart. But if I try to help somebody who didn't ask for help, it's kind of like me just throwing out a bunch of words and I don't know if this person is willing to listen or not, because it's like your parents nagging at you and telling you things and do this and do that. But if I go to my parents and ask, oh, I need help, I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable and allowing them to help me. And so this season I just want to get to know every member the best that I can and try to help out if I can, whatever field that they have or any problems that they have, and just be available to them. Anyway, that was already a lot of sharing and that was just for this season. There's a whole different plan for next season, but I'm gonna save that because the idea and the direction is still premature, so I don't want to just let it all out. Hope you guys were encouraged, and if you listened to this far, give this video a big thumbs up so I know who listened to this or not. If you guys have any questions or if you guys want to ask me anything about V3, let me know in the comment section below and I'll gladly answer. Remember to stay passionate, inspired, and grateful in all that you guys do, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for listening. Good morning, good night, adios.